And of course, I wake up and we've lost power. It's kind of good. I have no clue how much I've made so far. I'll let you know at the end. But yeah, as of right now, I mean, I've definitely broken orders for the week for the total. For my end of the week recap, I guess I'll say, is howdy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ryan, and welcome to another week in my 3D print farm. It is Monday, and I'm in the process of preparing for the festival that I'm going to be doing. Kind of excited. This is going to be the first festival I've done since May, just because of the summer. And those I normally do really well during the festivals, so I'm just making sure my stock is good. For the most part, everything that I have over here, I think I'm good stock-wise. All I'm doing left is just filling out the rest of my tumbler chapstick holders and just printing another batch of all these items right here. Just that way we are good to go. I know I do have a good bit of dragons, but the last couple times I've done festivals, I've just pretty much sold out of them. I know some people think that dragons are dead, and although I love selling my other animals, I always keep dragons around because anytime I do a festival, I just sell out of them. So, yeah, that's the plan. For right now, I am busy printing orders because I have 3 orders that came in between yesterday and today. We've got an order of the barnyard owls. They just ordered one of the small ones, but I figured I'll go ahead and just print another extra small one as well as a large one while I'm at it, just to help fill some of the stock since I only have one of the medium-sized ones available right now. What's interesting about this one is, so this order is actually going to Canada, and the person's paying twice the amount just to ship it to Canada. I mean, I'm glad that they are, but just always is strange to me. But hey, I'll take it. On my mini, I am printing a Lego pencil/pen holder. I'm guessing this is for a back-to-school deal, and they also ordered one of my Lego tissue holders, so I'm going to be working on that after this. And in here we've got my cat dragons in the white and brown, and I have a infinity cube that's there. They just ordered just one of them, but I figured I'd print an extra one. So very rarely do I have double the amount of brown that's getting printed, so it's gonna look stupid, I don't care. I have a rigged up system, so I have my brown and my white here in the AMS. But in the AMS Lite, I have snipped off a good bit of my brown and just have it hanging from the side, feeding right through. It works. It looks ridiculous, I don't care. And I have my white back here. I normally have an extra white and black on hand. I just happen to run out of it, and I'll be getting it back in tomorrow. So it'll work. This particular one will be finished before bed, so I'll actually put the roll over here, so that way I won't run out in the night. I just had to continuously pull out a whole bunch more and put it back in here, but hey, it works. I'm not gonna argue. So yeah, someone in the comments pointed out, and you are right, that my bundle boxes sign, I misspelled boxes. So I haven't decided if I'm just gonna scrape off the S and then just have it say bundle box or reprint it. I made it a thicker one, and I mean, it's not that much filament. It's more of the time. I think it was a 5-hour print, and I've got just some other things going on, but we'll see. As for in here, I'm just stocking up on my eggs. I'm trying to get to 10 of the mystery eggs, which I've got 9 of them printed, just need to fill them. And then I'm going to do 10 of the pack-in eggs, so I'll have 20 eggs total going into this festival. Last time I did a festival, I sold almost all of my eggs, so I'm just making sure I have 20 of them just to go. We'll see how that holds up for me. All right, it's Tuesday, and of course I wake up and we've lost power. Now, I have a UPS back here that I believe kept this running. However, the UPS had drained in the meantime. Luckily, the main products for the order has finished. I went ahead and pulled it off as gently as I could. And my other products did finish. So I've got the orders ready to go. However, I was hoping that this egg would finish. Now, this got me thinking. I've had many times with the A1, the Bamboo A1, where my printer has failed to resume properly. Now, that's why I got in the UPS. My intention with the UPS was to pause it and then properly power it down, but because I lost it overnight, I didn't have the opportunity to do that. But yeah, so I just want to just bring this up real quick. Question: those who have the Bamboo A1, do you have issues with power resuming? I mean, luckily, I don't have issues where I lose power that often, and since I got the UPS, if I have a little flicker, this takes care of it. But yeah, I'd love to get your input, comment down below if you have run into any issues with the resume, and is there anything that we can really do, or is it a manufacturer defect that I need to reach out to Bamboo? I'd love to get input. I tried to look it up and see, and wasn't much help. My P1S, it's able to resume no problem. I don't recall if I've tried to resume one off of the Mini, so I don't know there. But yeah, I'll let you know once it resumes. I'll bring the video back up and we'll see if it actually is able to finish this egg. Worst case, the order was finished, so that's a plus. All right, so power ended up coming back on. I turned this back on. It prompted for a resume. I hit resume, and it's just stuck on this pause. I mean, I've hit the play button a few times. I'm not sure. I saw online where someone said wait 30 minutes or so. In this state, we'll see. I don't know. I'm just curious, have you guys had issues with yours resuming? Is it maybe just a defect on my particular unit? Let me know your thoughts. All right. Holy crap. It is! It's restoring. Ha! Wonder if we'll have a layer shift or anything of that nature, but, well, I guess I was wrong. I guess it's not an issue. It's just me being impatient. So anyone who may have already been screaming in the comments about how I'm wrong and I need to wait, I'm sorry. My bad. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, and that egg ended up finishing perfectly fine. So that's great. It took a bit to start back up, but we're good now. There is the slightest layer shift, but honestly, I don't even think I'm going to discount it because it's so subtle that I don't think it'll be a problem. So that's good. Power outage did set me back a little bit. I do have my packages I need to drop off, and I'm going to package this last item here. Now, annoyance here is, which as you can see the blemishes there, I tried to glue it to fix it, but it discolored it. This part right here had broken off, so I did have to reprint it, and that's what I did last night. So on the print beds, I have a batch of axolotl tattlings, a void octopus that turned out pretty good. This is in the peachy sunrise color right here. And just remade that tissue box holder. So yeah, that's where I'm at for now. Just gonna finish packing these orders and dropping them off. I meant to send them out yesterday, but because the power outage is delayed a little bit. So yeah. All right, this is the next item that I just printed. Gonna be one of the last new additions before the festival. Cinderwing just came out with them. They are some flying wolves. My daughters say that they're really cute. I withhold my comment. I personally think these look much better. But yeah. Over here, which first time I've been able to get it to work on the sparkle plate. I know it's not called the sparkle plate, I just forget what it's called. I did a gradient green crystal dragon. I always sell out of my large crystal dragons whenever I do these events, so I figured I'd have a couple of them on hand. But yeah, so of note, on these 3D effects plates, that's what it's called, I've had issues getting them to print. In fact, I've only tried like 4 times because every time it was a failure where it would get disconnected. I ended up putting some super glue on here, or some purple glue on here, and it worked. Have you guys found any issues with printing on this? Any recommendations that you throw? Appreciate any feedback there. But yeah, I know the bottom of the dragon doesn't really need to be sparkly, but I really just wanted to test it. And last thing that I'm printing, this is a little bit more of a manual effort. I'm creating an egg, but I'm using a bunch of my extra filament that I've kind of had around from, you know, the ends of spools or some samplers or anything of that nature. So we'll see how that works out. Either way, it's going to be a unique looking egg. And yeah, so that's the plan. It's the end of the day, so tomorrow's Thursday. So don't have too much longer. My plan's going to be to get a couple more of these flexi octopuses. Maybe one more batch of the winged and crystal wolves, and then past that, just some smaller dragons, and then I'll be good to go. Good morning. It's Thursday. We've got our second batch of the winged wolves done, almost, or getting there. We have the crystal wolves. This time I'm doing the crystals in a blue-green filament. It's coming along. And the egg, which I used, which I made using all the kind of extra filament, is done. Ended up before I went to bed just putting a blue silver on it just to finish it off. Yeah, so it's not as rainbowy as I expected, but that's fine. It still turned out pretty good. Good morning. It's Friday. It's the end of preparation day for tomorrow's festival. This is the last few things I'm trying to print up before we go. Just going to try to get a few tadlings in and a couple more void octopuses. And that's going to be it. Over on the A1, I have... Oh, looks like that one's already shifted, so that's going to be a problem. I remembered I had meant to make some more mini items. These are going to be bigger than my normal minis, but not quite a full-size one. Cinderwing just released a whole bunch of various animals that looked pretty cute. So I'm going to look at adding those. So I'm trying to get at least a batch of hippos and a batch of giraffes. Those are my wife's favorite animal right there. Trying to get those out just for tomorrow. They're a pretty long print, but we'll see. Over on the mini, I have a void octopus printing, trying to get up to 5, so I'll try to crank out another 2 of them today. And yeah, so that's it. Past that, I mean, I'm really just going to be packing up my stuff pretty soon. I did finish getting all of my eggs ready. If it's anything like the other festivals, I pretty much sold out of the eggs, so I have 20 mystery eggs and 25 packing eggs that we'll have. Or sorry, 10 mystery eggs and 10 packing eggs. So we'll have a total of 20 eggs altogether. But yeah, our goal is going to be to get it in 3 bins and transport it. It is about an hour and some change away, so it is a little bit of a longer, not long drive, but a little bit of a longer drive. So we'll have to wake up early and get things together. Also, we did have another new addition to our sales setup. My wife found this right here. It's a little rolling shelf on Amazon. I think it was only like $50. And my favorite thing about it is the fact that it... Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. It folds up. It's going to be great for us to transport it. It's on wheels, and then we can set it up just that way we can get a little bit vertical. It's not going to give us that much, but it'll give us a little bit of an option. How we're going to integrate it into our U setup, we'll see. This particular festival, we actually have 20 feet of space, which I haven't had that before. Normally I'm talking about maybe 10 feet. I think one time I had 15 feet, but my tent's only 10 feet. So we'll see how much I want to extend out of there. But yeah, all that I got to do now is just pack up these bins. I'll go ahead and show you how I get those packed up. And as you can see for this one, this is where we keep all of our miscellaneous stuff as well as our tablecloths and whatnot. So I'll place all the loose stuff right below. There we go. As you can see, I can't get lids on any of my stuff. That means I'm probably bringing too much product, but oh well. I prefer to have more than not enough. And even with all of that, I still have 1, 2, and 3 bins that were not packed. So those will just have to be loose and I'll just manually transport them. But yeah, so as you can see, after all of that, we are full. 2 complete bins of product, 1 bin with loose and other things. We also have these 3, of course, Pikachu. I still got to fill up the rest of those, but we're going to bring these tumbler stands. We're also going to bring some portable fans that I had retrieved. I got to pack this thing up. And all of it has to fit inside of a Kia Sorento, so it's definitely a tight squeeze. I know I could definitely reduce it. I could only bring limited products, limited supplies, and you know, it's probably the smart thing to do, but I'd prefer to almost have too much than not have enough for someone, especially with festivals. I mean, the past 2 times I've done festivals, I've almost sold out. Now, I only had less than half of the product that I had today, so I hope I do, but I doubt I'll sell out today, tomorrow, but we'll see. But yeah, I don't think I'll probably get any more of the video before I get to the actual festival. I'll try to do more at the festival than how I have been lately. I'll actually try to show, maybe discuss a few things, walk around the festival, and kind of go from there. All right, this is my setup that I have at the Waldensian Festival. And we've got the new tiered shelf that I went with my sign. All right, so it's about 3 o'clock, about 2 hours left. It has been nonstop and busy. It's kind of good. I have no clue how much I made so far. I'll let you know at the end. But yeah, as of right now, I mean, I've definitely broken 1,000. So we'll see. We're already almost sold out of our dragons. I've only got 2 more packing eggs. So yeah, we'll see how it works. I'll say one thing. It's a lot of effort selling at these festivals, but it is worth it. It's been great talking to people, getting feedback, lined up a few potential custom orders. Just gotta follow up with them afterwards. But yeah, when I'm done, I'll show you what the table looks like all together. So we still have a good bit of stuff. Most of our dragons are gone. Been filling it up as it's been emptying out, but yeah, still 2.5 hours to go, so we'll see. All right, so this is right at the end. We're about to be packing up. Besides some of our multicolored dragons, we're pretty much out. Only had one egg left at the end of it. All right, it's the end of the day on Saturday, and I'm back from the Waldensian Festival. Overall, it was a pretty big hit. I'm just gonna unpack this stuff real quick from here. This is for an order I gotta ship out here in a little bit. I'll put it here for now. I thought I would. I mean, we made really good. We sold out of all of our mystery eggs. We sold out of all but one of our packing eggs, which is pretty good. Overall, we small dragons, we only had one small dragon left. Medium dragons, we only had let's see. Medium dragons, we only had maybe 2 left. Yeah, I think maybe 2 left. And yeah, so we're sorry, ignore all the filler words. I'm tired. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty big one. Oddly enough, we sold a lot of the dragons. We sold a lot of the eggs, but the small stuff we did okay on. Like, not bad, but you know, it wasn't, you know, game breaking. It wasn't, you know, breaking records or anything of that nature. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and we did have a small issue in transport to where Pikachu's tail broke, so I am going to have to reprint that tail. But, yeah, so, inventory-wise, we sold half my inventory of the small things, mostly because of the pack and eggs. Sales, we got $916 in cash and $206 in debit. So that puts us at $1,122. So definitely great. The last festival I went to, we made over $1,200, if I recall. So this one is, you know, still good, but not quite as high as that one. Which, because I had more product, I was expecting it, but I think it's because we ran out of the big items. There also was 4 3D printing shops. Now, I was the only one that was exclusive to 3D printing. A lot of the other ones just had dragons and a few minis and such. But yeah, so I mean, it was a huge event. There was a ton of sellers. I mean, I think there was 140 vendors. So I mean, that's a lot to go around. So it was still pretty good for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I was hoping to get a little bit higher because I was going to use it to justify a 4th printer. But I think I'm just going to hold off until the next one. I mean, I'm able to maintain my inventory with what it is. I'm just trying to get up to 5 printers before the fall because of how busy I'm expecting it to be. So yeah, it was pretty good. As far as Etsy, I did have 2 orders on Etsy while I was gone. Well, one order was actually overnight. I started it literally as I was about to walk out the door this morning for some of those Lego bath things, which is why you see them over here. I just had them printing while we were gone. And I had a order for some more of those Posca markers. So I'm starting that for now. orders for the week for the total, for my end of the week recap, I guess I'll say, is for Etsy we had 7 orders, and I think it was a total of $142. So not too bad. So that puts our total for the week between the festival and that at 1,260 ish. Just ballparking the math off the top of my head. So yeah, overall pretty good week. Definitely glad to do the festivals. They're very tiring to me. I'm not sure if anyone else experiences that when they do them. But for me, it's exhausting, mentally straining. But overall, it was fun. Met with a few individuals. I did have a few people who claimed, not going to hold my breath because half the time they forget about it, but they claimed that they were going to get do some custom orders for me. One of which was actually a vendor, and they really loved my little price signs that I print. And he's wanting to see if I can do a batch of, I think he said over 50 different pricing signs. So that would be nice if that pops up. So yeah, we'll see. I think at this point I'm just rambling, so I'm probably going to go ahead and end the video. One question I just have for you guys is, whenever you guys do any festivals, what do you guys tend to get? I mean, of course, farmers market, there's a certain value, but kind of curious, whenever you have the big festivals where they have hundreds of vendors and it's all about selling, what do you guys end up with? I'd really love to get some input there, And is my numbers that I do what you would typically expect? Mind you, I'm not talking about like the fall festivals. I understand those are different animals because you're talking about Christmas and all that stuff, but other festivals, I'd love to get input on what you guys are typically looking at. And yeah, if you guys have any other comments or feedback on anything that you've seen, I'd appreciate you to leave it in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you.